What's up, y'all? AJ Simmons here with another great interview for you guys. Today, I have Miss Alberta, and I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. I'll let you do it, but we call her Liz in the Queen Biz Network. So how you doing today, Miss Liz?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. So yes, that's Alberta Saintilma is my last name.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't that hard. See, I'm being extra. That wasn't even that hard. I'm sorry. Right. Alberta Saintilma. So first, you already know how we're going to start it off, and we're going to ask you, paint the picture for us. You know, where were you before you started your cleaning company, and what were you doing before you even got started?
Okay, well, I'm coming from corporate, so I was working as medical billing. So I was in the medical billing industry for over 10 years. And being in corporate is a special kind of game, but it just got so mundane to me. I just felt like I could do more. I should do more. But again, when you're stuck behind a desk, you really don't have time to think, because by the time you get home, your brain is fried. You're like, I don't have the energy. So eventually I had to, figure out, okay, I have to have a game plan. I got to do something. I did have a business before. I have a virtual call center business, which I held on for a couple of years, but then I finally decided, okay, you know what? I do want to do a cleaning business. I started watching your videos on YouTube, and I was like, I can do this. I can do this. So I decided, okay, I'm going to do it. So I created a new LLC in March and gave my letter of resignation. That
Wow,
was that.
jump right out the window with it. That's what's up. So
Listen, the only way to know how to swim is to jump in the water.
absolutely, absolutely, you got to jump in that water. So did you find my videos first, or did you decide you were going to start a cleaning business?
I found your video first. Well, not really. I was thinking about it because I actually wanted to set it up for my husband. So I was like, oh, maybe you should do like cleaning and stuff like that, like pressure. Because he came home one day, was like he saw some guys doing pressure washing. I was like, oh, that'd be cool, whatever. But then I ran with it, and now he still works, and I'm the cleaner. so, so it turned out to be different. But then once I started to do watch pressure washing and cleaning and setting up business. I was like, then I fell on your videos, and then it's been a wrap ever since. So
Gotcha. Now I remember you said you got your LLC in March. So basically, right after you got your LLC, I see that you bought the master class in April, and you skipped the starter kit. You went straight to the master class. So I'm kind of wondering, you know, how did that work out for you? Like, first of all, like, how long did it take you to get your first client out to get that master
well, after getting the master class, I know I had purchased the Facebook group first, the Clean Business Network group
class?
first.
So you just got the course is what it was. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I had got the Facebook group first, and I was still getting more information, trying to build momentum and build motivation. And so I was still learning in the process. But when I finally decided to get my, start the LLC and get my letter of resignation, it was just more like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. So I didn't get the starter kit because when I looked at the list, I'm like, I probably can get some of these things because I had a with my other business, I had a Amazon, account. So I was like, I could just get some of these things on Amazon. So I'm gonna just go ahead and try to get some of the things on Amazon. So that's what I did. That's the reason why I didn't purchase the kit. But the masterclass, oh my God, I've learned so much. It's not even funny. So from the time I quit my job, I literally quit my job in April. First week of April was my last day. And then honestly, it did, because I did get some to go through the lead generation too. I did do that. I went on some walkthroughs. I did a lot of walkthroughs. Oh my God, did a lot of walkthroughs. But it was just not happening. It was just, for whatever reason, it was just not going. Got a lot of residentials. Residentials was easy to get. But commercials, that's really where the, stability is a little bit. So had gotten to the point where I started to get discouraged, a lot discouraged. I was like, I think I might just get a franchise. And I called you. We had a conversation. So I was like, we had a talk, and I still have it. I wrote down everything that we talked about, all the points that you gave me. I still refer to it every day. And you talked to me, and after our conversation, I was like, what, I could really do this. So I think we had talked in like September, and I said, okay, I'll give myself the next 90 days. I'm gonna really give it my all. Like, I don't care what's gonna happen. I'm gonna really put in the effort, because for that, during that time right before we talked, I had go dry. I wasn't given residential or commercial or nothing. So I was just home. Thank God I had my customer service business, so I still had income coming in, but I just, the cleaning business was just really, really dry. So in September, after we talked, I really put in the game plan. I had a whiteboard, so I just put in the game plan. This is what I'm going to do: Facebook ads, and some type of lead generation. Because I also tried, the cold calling. I went through the steps in the masterclass, but it was, for whatever reason, it just wasn't clicking. And then I don't know if it was my confidence when I go on the walkthroughs. I don't know, but once I got that one, which is the smallest one I have, it's been a go ever since. It's been a go. So I would say it took from April to probably about like October to late September, because right after we talked, late September, October is when I think I started cleaning in late September, October. So what is that? About April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So about 6 months.
Yeah, that's cool. You know what, I like that you were able to share that with us, because a lot of people watch these videos when I do the interviews, and a lot of people come up here and they got the contract within a month. Some people within a couple of weeks, and everybody think that they just gonna buy in and everything is gonna happen overnight. And it's like, no. I give the information, I provide the equipment for those who get equipment, I get the lead. But at the end of the day, you still have to do the work. And so sometimes, it's not going to always be like a magic pill. So I like the fact that you were able to share this and show us, look, sometimes it might take 6 months. You know what I mean? But are you willing to fight through it? So now I want to ask you, because here recently, you just been getting accounts left and right. Every time I turn around, you in the group posting about you got a new customer. So I'm wondering, what do you think was the difference between then versus now, as far as you getting clients?
I definitely think it was my confidence. I was nervous. I remember walking in my first walkthrough that I got from the lead generation. I don't know what that was about. I literally walked in and probably said 2 words and walked out. I don't know what that was about. I was like, I don't know what happened, but I think it was my confidence. Once I got the one, it was just like, oh, I could do this. Gotcha. Oh, this is easy. So and now, like, for example, I just did a walkthrough this morning, and I literally walked out. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. It's one of those things like, yeah, I got this. Yeah.
Gotcha. So what do you think changed the confidence? Because I know obviously with the newer ones, that first contract that you got helped with the confidence. But before you got that one, do you think there was anything in particular that changed when you got that first one?
I think what it was is momentum. Once I got the one, but to get the one, I think it was like, because after our conversation, I was like, okay, I put in my mind like, listen, 10 fingers, 10 toes. I don't have a choice, or this is not gonna happen. So there's no stopping me. I got to do this. So it was just when you get to the point where you have no. When I had no other option, that's when I was like, okay, that's when it just happened. I don't know. I think that's what it was, but it's definitely my confidence, because I do notice the difference of when I go to a walkthrough now. It's more like I feel like I know what I'm talking about. I know what to expect. I know how to do this, like I'm not intimidated by the size. I'm not intimidated by the type of cleaning or anything like that. So definitely, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, now you said you had a call center business right before.
Mm-hmm.
So with you having a call center business, which is essentially what the masterclass kind of taught for my portion with the hiring the call and everything. Did you really get anything? Like, well, you just said you got something from it, but I'm wondering, like, so do you think that gave you an edge to apply the information from the course?
Yes, because with a call center, because although you get whatever contract you get, you just still have to go through training and stuff like that. I already had some technical and digital experience a little bit, so it you just provided more resource and more information. Some information I already had, or some I just didn't know how to apply it. So the masterclass allowed me to be able to apply what I already knew to my business. So for example, when I'm trying to recruit for my customer service business, some of the information I just wasn't aware, like, oh, I can put this form on this website. Oh, I didn't know that because you taught me that. I didn't know how to do that. So, so I didn't even know how to use like jot forms, for example, that you have. So now that I have it, I even pay for the subscription. I'm gonna need this a little bit more because I use it for both my businesses now. So it's just a lot of very, very informative information that really allow me the ability, like, now if I know if I need a cold caller, ain't nothing but a thing. I could just go get a cold caller if I want it. So it's super easy. Knowing that you're equipped with all the information and the resources, it's just definitely like a game changer.
Right. All right. Now let's talk a little bit about you quitting that day job, right? Because that's that moment everybody dream of where you just walk out, I'm out of here. So it was great, right? In the beginning, it was great. First day you walk out, you feeling confident. Right. How did you survive without a job?
First day. Oh my God. I always tell people, I'm like, if you want stability and consistent money, keep your boss. Buy your boss a present and just make your boss happy, because that's going to be the easiest way. Because on this side of the game, in the entrepreneurial world, it's not like that. Like you work harder as an entrepreneur than if you were to have a 9-to-5. So this is not for before the call started, we started talking, I was telling you all the stuff I had to do. I'm like, I'm really busy today. But the thing is, it's the freedom, because I know eventually once I automate it, because I haven't been able to once I automate and put the automation process that you teach into the business, I know I'm not going to have to worry about all that stuff. But the funny thing is, I posted the other day in a group that my one of my friends from my old job, they called me, well, two of them, they called me and it was like, they just had a meeting that they're going to start downsizing and laying people off. I was like, not even a year later from when I quit. So, and that just gave me confirmation that I did do the right thing, because I knew, like, I had it in me. And even though it's, less than a year, I haven't met that salary that I had, but I'm so close. I think I'm probably like, I don't know what this bid is going to be from this morning, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to meet it real, real soon. So I think even before my 1-year mark. So I'm just excited to see how far I've come, to the point I don't even do residentials. I rarely do residentials now. If I need like quick cash, I'll do it. But now it's just like, I don't need it.
Okay. Are you kidding shit how many contracts you have now?
Right now, I have about 8.
Okay.
And I do have I have 8, and I did one this morning. I'm pretty sure I'll get it. So that's most likely that'll be 9, because it starts next week and they're desperate. So.
Wow. So that's so basically since you got back rolling, 8 contracts in about 5 months. That's not bad at all. Yeah, you've been getting.
Yeah, not even 5. It was like 4, because it's the end of September. So September, yeah, about 5. Yeah.
That's what's up. All right. Well, can you share a little bit of tips for us as far as multiple sources of income? Because I remember as soon as you got in Clean Biz Network, you shared some tips about, your call center and the opportunity there. So can you just kind of talk about, I guess, the benefit of having, other sources of income when you're trying to quit that job and run a clean business?
Right. Well, one of the benefits, well, the journey has been this, is that, because once you're in business, especially when you running on a budget, you really try to find solutions. Like, okay, I can't pay a graphic designer to make this website. I'm gonna try to make it myself. So I actually taught myself a lot along the way, especially since I had a business before. The first business, I made a lot of budgeting errors, I would say. So with this business, I was okay, I'm not gonna do that. So instead of paying somebody like I did with my last business, this time I created my own website. And from me creating my own website, that actually got me freelance work where now I manage like at least 8. I just started one today right before you call. So that'll be, well, 8, 9. So that'll be 9 websites that I actually manage right now, so, with residual payments. So they pay every month. So that's my freelance work. Then I also have my virtual call center customer service business. With that, I have people working under me. So, and then I make, my cut from that or whatever. I talked about it on the group on what it entails and everything, but it's definitely important because you do get moments like, for me, like I said, for 6 months, I eventually I was working at one point, I was doing subcontracting work. But you start to realize very quickly, like, that's not the nicest way to do things. I mean, there's some subcontract work that's decent, but you don't want to rely on it. So it's just one of those things where it's just like, thank God I made that decision that I was going to have some way to make some residual income, because my husband alone can't pay for everything. So I definitely thank God that I had those, side incomes. Plus, my house is big enough to where I can rent out a room. So that's also a help too. So having passive income or some kind of other income is definitely a must, because this is not an easy industry.
Absolutely. I tell you what, you're the ultimate hustler. You figure out a way to to get it done. That's for sure.
I'm gonna get it.
That's what's up. All right. Well, so have you hired employees for your cleaning company yet?
I have done some hiring, but with our industry, you're always hiring. But I have a friend of mine who I'm have that she has her own LLC. So she decided that she wants to get into cleaning too. So I told her I'll subcontract some work to her. So since it's business, so it's a little bit more reliable. And she's cleaned for me before when I was out of town due to family emergencies and stuff. So so I have that. And so I do have, I would say, about 3.
Okay.
3.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what's up. And actually, that's why I always like the subcontracting, because, it's like they take it more serious because it's a business for them too. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So it's kind of a
Yes.
strategy I always use. All right. Well, what would you say, how has being in CBN helped you, if at all? Because, I mean, you could have obviously went independent by yourself without her. So, like, do you think there was any benefit? Would you recommend it? Any thoughts on that?
Oh my God. CBN, I have no words. I'm telling you, it's been, I mean, never any negativity. It's always positive. Everybody support each other. I don't care where you are, what part of the country you're in. Somebody got, something that'll help you out. And you're always available. It's never, I'm sure, you have a lot going on too, but you always take the time to help. And that's been, because I know I've sent you some, like, I don't know how to do this call, AJ. I don't know what to do. So you've helped me. You actually went live and did a video one time to help me do a bid. So, I mean, it's been wonderful. I visited every single day, even if it's just to listen to Sean when he's posting his videos, just to keep me motivated. So listen, it's just awesome. When I tell you awesome, awesome. I tell everybody, I'm like, yeah, but it's not free, so you can't get in the group. But because I told my friend, because she wants to get in clean, I was like, listen, that would be the best money you spent. Get in that group. I'm telling you right now. I say I can't tell you all the information in there. You got to be in there to get it.
Right,
So,
right, right. And that's what I try, because a lot of people always want to get me on the phone or talk to me in person. And it's like, look, man, I got a whole structure of stuff. I mean, we could talk all day long, but it's like, it'd be better if you took this course where it's all organized for you. It'd be better if you were in this group where I can show you with my videos, and then we got all these other members that's gonna chime in too. So, but yeah, I appreciate that. I truly do it, because I do my best. And you're right, I got a lot going on.
yeah.
But sometimes I wonder, I don't know how much longer I can hold up really being so hands-on. But I'm gonna do it as long as I can, because I can see the results that it's having, and as long as we get them results, we keep doing it. So I appreciate that. Now, what would you say to somebody, watching this video, waiting on the sideline, scared to take that jump or dive in the water like you did? What would you say to that person?
The one thing I would definitely say is just hit the green light and just do it. I mean, even if you're just starting off, just cleaning a house, just the momentum, just to get the momentum, even if it's just cleaning somebody's house, even if it's just doing an Airbnb, even if it's just doing, like a little side something on the side or whatever, just do it. You never know how far you can go. And for me, I didn't think some of the big clients I have, I was like, I would never think I would get some of these, but little old me from Miami, I got them, and it's just been, it's been, to the sky since then. So you never know, just do it. Even it doesn't even have to be cleaning in whatever, area or whatever journey you decide to take, just do it. Because let me tell you, not doing it is not gonna get you anywhere. So just do it. I'm one of those risk takers. So like I said, I just jump in the water. There's only one way to find out if it's gonna work. If the parachute works, jump out the plane. So,
Definitely, I appreciate that, Miss Alberta, aka Liz. Hey, so you just brought this up. I was about to wrap it up, but now I gotta ask. So you're from Miami, but you're not in Miami anymore, right?
No, I'm in Tampa, Florida. So
okay.
I'm in Tampa, Florida, yeah.
So it's Tampa like Miami? The English people Spanish.
Tampa. I don't know. Tampa has its areas. I'm Haitian, so I'm familiar with with it all. So Miami doesn't, whatever. It's definitely not the same, of course, but Tampa's just a small, big city, so it's just slower.
Gotcha.
But we do have our Spanish area too. It's kind of similar, but it's hard to say. But nah, I don't know.
Gotcha. I was just trying to, because if it was the same as like Miami, I was trying to see if we can steal some tips from you on how to kind of get around, sometimes when they don't necessarily understand English, but you kind of got it. You kind of can communicate with them, so you don't got that problem. But anyway, thank you, Ms. Liz. How can anybody follow your journey, social media or wherever you are? How can we follow that journey?
Well, we're going to be starting. Well, I'm starting back my podcast soon, which is next week. And we're going to be on YouTube. So that's Diva Chats, DIVACHATZ, on YouTube, Instagram, all of the social media platforms, and soon I'll be starting my motivational speaking. So on business and entrepreneurship soon. So I just decided the other day, so it's coming soon. So Diva Chats, you'll find me on Diva Chats.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Diva Chats, y'all. And I'm going to share it. As soon as you put stuff out, I'm going to share it anyway. So you already know I got you. And I appreciate you so much for coming up here, Ms. Liz, and sharing with us. And also, I'll probably cut this part off, but I just wanted to let you know again, my condolences to you. And I'm proud of you, so strong, and you're fighting throughout everything you've been going through. So I admire that. And
cut that part off. You can keep that on.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it up here. I'm gonna keep it on. I appreciate it, because I didn't know how sensitive it was. I didn't know if you wanted to mention it or not, but I appreciate your drive. So thank you.
Thank you so much, AJ. You're wonderful. I talk about you like you I be like my mentor, my coach, my mentor. That's my mentor.
All right. All right. Thank you,
Thank
Leah.
you so much.
I'll talk to you soon in the group.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye.